As we head into winter, the atmosphere is sending us some very strong signals. This isn't just another season of chilly winds and a few snowflakes. Meteorologists, myself included, are looking at a rare and powerful combination of weather patterns that could make the winter of 2025 to 2026 one for the history books. Imagine the kind of winters your parents or grandparents talk about, with deep snow and biting cold that lasts for weeks. The ingredients are coming together for exactly that kind of season across much of the United States, from the northern plains all the way to the East Coast. It's time to pay attention and get prepared. So, what makes this year so special? It's the unusual convergence of two major climate drivers, La Niña and a wobbly polar vortex. Think of them as two powerful forces that usually don't team up in this specific way. La Niña is busy cooling the Pacific Ocean, which changes the path of storms and cold air. At the same time, far above us in the stratosphere, the polar vortex is showing signs of becoming unstable much earlier than usual. This combination dramatically increases the chances for severe cold air outbreaks and significant memorable snowstorms. We've seen similar patterns before, and they've left a lasting mark. The winter of 2010 to 2011 brought crippling snowstorms to cities like Chicago and New York, and some of us might remember the deep freeze of December 1989, which sent temperatures plummeting across the Midwest and even into the South. This year's setup has strong parallels to those historic events. It doesn't mean every single day will be a blizzard, but it does mean we need to be ready for prolonged periods of intense winter weather that can disrupt our daily lives. The main takeaway is that this winter has the potential to be colder and stormier than what we've grown accustomed to in recent years. The atmosphere is primed for action, the cold air is building up in the Arctic, and the storm track is getting locked into a pattern that favors delivering that cold and moisture right to our doorsteps. This isn't a forecast to cause alarm, but rather a call to action. Being informed and prepared is the best way to face whatever this unique winter decides to throw at us, ensuring we stay safe and warm. Let's break down these two big weather players, starting with La Niña. It might sound complicated, but it's really about water temperature in the Pacific Ocean. During a La Niña event, the surface water along the equator in the central and eastern Pacific becomes cooler than normal. This might seem far away, but it has a huge ripple effect on the atmosphere. This cooling changes the position of the polar jet stream, that river of air high above us. It tends to push the jet stream north, guiding it over the northern United States and southern Canada. This northern track is what brings the classic winter weather. It opens the door for cold air from Canada to plunge southward, creating what we call Alberta Clipper systems that race across the plains and Great Lakes. These fast-moving storms can bring bursts of snow and reinforcing shots of cold air. La Niña also loads up the Pacific Northwest with extra moisture, leading to a wetter, snowier season there. Essentially, La Niña sets the stage for a colder, stormier pattern for a huge part of the country, making our winter more active. Now, let's talk about the polar vortex. This isn't a storm that hits you directly. It's a large area of very cold air and low pressure that always sits over the north and south poles high up in the stratosphere. When it's strong and stable, it acts like a spinning top, keeping all that frigid Arctic air locked up tight. But sometimes it can get wobbly and weak. This often happens after an event called a sudden stratospheric warming, or SSW, where the air high above the pole warms up dramatically. This winter we are seeing an SSW happen unusually early. When the polar vortex weakens, it's like a dam breaking. The frigid air that was contained over the Arctic can spill southward in large meandering lobes. This is not a single storm, but a prolonged outbreak of extreme cold that can settle over North America, Europe, and Asia for weeks. The rare part of this year is that we have an active La Niña and a disrupted polar vortex happening at the same time. This powerful 1-2 punch means the cold air has a clear path to dive south, and La Niña's storm track is ready to add moisture, creating the perfect recipe for heavy snow and ice. Knowing what's coming is half the battle. The other half is getting ready. You don't need to panic, but you should start preparing now. A great first step is to create a home emergency kit that can get you through at least 48 hours without power. This should include things like bottled water, non-perishable food that doesn't require cooking, any essential medications, a first aid kit, flashlights with extra batteries, and a portable charger for your phone. Having these items in one easy-to-find spot will bring you peace of mind when a storm is rolling in. Next, turn your attention to your home itself. Small drafts can make a big difference in your heating bill and comfort. Go around your house and feel for cold air coming in, around windows and doors. You can use weather stripping or caulk to seal these gaps. For windows, a simple plastic film kit can make a huge difference in stopping heat loss. Also, make sure your furnace or heating system is in good working order. Schedule a checkup now before the first deep freeze hits and service companies get busy. And don't forget to stock up on ice melt or sand for your walkways. Your car needs to be ready for winter too. An emergency kit for your vehicle is just as important as the one for your home. Pack it with warm blankets, a small shovel, an ice scraper, jumper cables, and some snacks and water. It's also a great idea to check your tires to make sure they have good tread, or even consider switching to snow tires if you live in an area that gets a lot of snow and ice. Finally, make sure your windshield washer fluid is a winter blend that won't freeze when temperatures drop. One common mistake people make is using unsafe heating methods when the power goes out. Never use a gas stove or oven to heat your home, as this can lead to carbon monoxide poisoning. If you use a space heater, make sure it has an automatic shut-off feature in case it tips over, and keep it at least 3 feet away from anything flammable like curtains or blankets. Taking these practical, steady steps now will ensure you can handle the storms and cold safely and calmly when they arrive. As we move closer to the heart of winter, there are specific signs you can watch for. Meteorologists will be talking a lot about the jet stream. When you see weather maps showing a big dip or trough in the jet stream heading toward your area, that's your cue that a cold air outbreak is on its way. We will also be closely monitoring the Arctic Oscillation, or AO. When the AO goes into its negative phase, it's another strong signal that the polar vortex is weaker, allowing Arctic air to push south. Keep your weather alerts enabled on your phone. They provide critical lead time for major storms. This winter, community spirit will be more important than ever. Being prepared isn't just about taking care of your own household. It's also about looking out for your neighbors, especially those who might be elderly, have mobility issues, or live alone. Before a big storm hits, check in on them, see if they need anything from the store, or help preparing their home. After a snowfall, clearing a neighbor's sidewalk or driveway is a simple act of kindness that can make a huge difference in their safety and well-being. Sharing tasks can make winter preparations feel less overwhelming for everyone. You could organize a neighborhood effort to check on storm drains to prevent flooding when the snow melts, or create a phone tree to quickly share information during a power outage. These small acts of cooperation build a stronger, more resilient community. When we work together, we create a network of support that helps everyone feel safer and less isolated during long stretches of cold, dark weather. It turns a challenging season into an opportunity to connect. Ultimately, facing a potentially historic winter is all about smart preparation, not fear. By understanding the forces at play, taking practical steps to ready our homes and cars, and looking out for one another, we can navigate this season with confidence. A winter like the one we're expecting can be a beautiful and awe-inspiring event, especially when we are warm and safe inside. Being prepared empowers us to stay calm, make good decisions, and find comfort in knowing that we have done everything we can to protect ourselves and our community.